and we'll roll the old printing press along. We'll roll the old printing press along. We'll roll the old printing press along, and we'll all hang out in kind. Howdy, folks, it's Johan, your favorite little ink blob, back at it today, trying to finish 8C. We've got this. But welcome in, everyone. Hope it is going well. Thank you for the hydrate, Avon. It'll have to be a moment. I'm doing the very rude thing of speaking with my mouth full, because I am going to work pretty much immediately after this, and was trying to fit in apparently more meal than I could handle. Yes, the welcome buck. But yes, welcome in Avon, welcome in Nova, welcome in Pug, welcome in all. Hope you are having some fantastic days. Go find the boss? Who is the boss? I can sip water. I believe in myself. There we go! Woohoo! Hydrated. I need to be doing more to hydrate, honestly, because again, unfortunately, not really in a good position to, like, drink water or eat food when I'm out working because keeping my mask on, so, I get dehydrated very quick. Hey, welcome in, Robert. An ENA animation. I don't think so. Everyone you know is suddenly mad at you? Uh-oh. So perhaps it is not Novo's curse that's doing it, but some independent curse has, caused everyone to be mad. Boop. No wonder why everything sounds so quiet. Why is the game so quiet? Wait, what? Is the game quiet? It shouldn't be. Huh. It feels quiet. Huh, I have just raised my actual computer volume by 50%, which would affect game stuff, but not my audio. But we'll see. Let me know how that does. But no, so I have not seen an ENA animation. I don't even know what that would be. Gosh darn jump button. I feel quiet? Are we sure, or are you pulling my leg? Alright, bye-bye. I would like it noted, so yeah, goddamn. I either need to crack this open, or buy a new one, because the jump button is now sticking a whole bunch. Boop. And, yeah, that was, I recorded, the next, Nier one, last night, and oh man, is that hard when your buttons keep sticking, because I am already not great at the game, but yeah, and I cannot imagine Celeste is going to be super fantastically easy, but I will also continue to complain about it without actually actively taking steps to fix it for the moment, so take it with a grain of salt. What leg? What do you mean, what leg? ENA, read as a single word. ENA, okay, exactly. It's an animation series where absolutely nothing makes sense, and recently the creator released a game where you play as a salesman version of ENA, and it's truly an experience that cannot be described. It's also completely free. Huh. Alright. Intriguing. Oh, if I'm pulling my leg but you have no leg? It's metaphorical. See, okay, I did not press jump there. The button's just depressed still. I was watching a YouTube video of Doug banning letters while playing Mario Maker. This is both good and not that Johan went live. I see. 1, good because Johan is live. 2, bad because I haven't finished the video. Uh-oh. Well, that's the beauty. I'm great second monitor content. Key issue, I guess. Okay, we can look up Ina soon. Oh, does it have a funky spelling? Backwards E. Why am I shifted slightly to the left? I thought I undid everything. We did move around. Oh my god, wait, am I? No, oh. Oh, that's fascinating. So apparently the natural placement of the Johan does not actually align with the OBS box around it. This is interesting to note. Oh hey, welcome in, Sigma. Thank you for dropping by to say hi. Hope you're doing well. Hope that the stream delay is not from any sort of major technical issues. And that you get to have a good time. What are you going to be playing today? I mean, I can offset the flip? I mean... what do you mean by offset the flip? Your hard drive seems to be working great, although moving everything over is a pain. Ah! Oh, Rain World! Very nice. Doing a... Are you doing a, scug that you haven't done before, or continuing on, or... Ah, gotta get the OBS settings moved over. Fair enough. The pivot of the flip. Yes, it can be different locations, but eh. Oh, watch your DLC. Oh, that's the new one that was coming out, right? Sigma Play Watcher. Uh-huh, Robert. If you wait. Oh my god. Yeah, so it's already pressing the goddamn jump. This is frustrating. Literally, like, shaking the controller trying to get the button to unstick. This may be untenable. Well, I know how to hyper, but apparently that's too powerful because my controller does not want to allow that to happen. Yeah. Oh my god. I don't... Oh, crap. That really sucks because, like, this was... I mean, it was like 20 bucks. I've gotten reasonable use out of it. It's been 6 months, but that's still so frustrating. I'm pissed. It's... Ah, yes, Possessed by Rohan, certainly. Oh my god. So, what are my solutions here? Because we can keep trying it. We may see if I just, like, get more used to it. Alternately... Crap, because I do not know if I'm in a great position to actually afford a new effing controller. So I bought a... So I have not played a whole lot of games with a controller. And most of what I'm used to is Xbox 360. So I got a... Actual Xbox 360 controllers are expensive as hell. That was an Ultra? Question mark? But... Well, so that's the thing. I'm crouching down, but it's... I'm doing exactly the same thing I do when I manage to hyper. I am pressing down right, but I think because the jump key is already depressed, it's not giving me the jump at the same time. See, like, I'm pressing both at the same time, but because the jump button is already depressed, it's not doing the thing. But so I got a retrofitted controller so that I could play Nier and do this. Going off the edge before I jump. Oh, is that? Oh, so I'm too far over? No, that's not it. Because, like, we're that far back doing the same thing, and it's... So, like, that was my fault. Yeah, jump button is depressed. There we go. Yes, meteor smash into the lava, but basically this is a retrofitted controller that I was able to get for like 20 bucks. I was curious how it would work. The answer was fairly well for like 4 months, and now it's being unhappy. I think they're, like, look, I want to be very clear. This is not purely the controller. I suck. I am not going to blame just my equipment, but legitimately, like, okay, this is fine right now because the button is not there. So that was fully on me. The button was working. Jumping before dashing. Well, and that's, I think, that's my concern is the jump button is already pressed down, so I think it's doing that. So, like, there, button was actually up properly, so I was able to do it. But I also, man, I can't press and hold too hard because then it gets stuck. Crap. Yeah. So, okay, this might just not be doable, because, like, an actual good controller is probably in the $50 range, which is doable on my income, except that's legitimately the move-out expenses that I'm anticipating. It's, like, borderline, so I will need to think about... I could, but that's going to literally probably take another 10 hours for me to just get used to using keyboard controls. That is my alternate solution, but... it's a good controller for 30 bucks. Oh, no, I did not see it. Part of it, I get very fussy about, how things feel in my hand. 8-bit do Ultimate 2C wireless controller. I will take a look at that, but part of it is I got this specifically because, like, literally, I have used an old Sidewinder joystick for stuff, and we'll see. That's not too far off, but we'll see. Thank you for the suggestion. I do appreciate it. But yeah, I very much understand. I am a fussy baby when it comes to controllers, and I probably just need to suck it up and learn how to use different ones, but we shall see. But yeah, we may end up having to try keyboard, but like, it's being a little friendlier at the moment, so let's see. Because, I mean, that completely disrupts all of the muscle memory that we've built up for this game. So I'm not super... Yeah, and that's, like, I'm sure it's probably overall comfortable, it's just, like, the familiarity is a thing. Hello, welcome in, Ollie. Yes, we have weird scheduling today because this Thursday, I have off from my library job, oh god. Because I've got some sort of, like, big career development thing Monday, so unfortunately there won't be a Monday stream. And my retail job hasn't gotten back on the schedule for next week yet, so don't know what the rest of it will look like. Very good fried rice and now having tea. Love fruit tea with a bit of sugar. Delightful. D-pad is kind of weird. Fortunately, I don't really use D-pad that much. Takeout fried rice. Ooh, fun. Oh, you went to watch the Minecraft movie, and how did that go? How was that train wreck? Okay. Button is being nicer to me. So, we will keep being nice to it. And it will all work out, certainly, right? So yeah, see, like, there, Button's being nice, and I was close to the edge, and it worked out fine. So I don't think it was just my positioning. I think what was happening is because the jump button was already in, it was having me jump before dashing, so it wasn't properly executing the tech. I'm not an expert, but that is what it felt like. And the first bit of therapy. Exhausted after 2 hours, but hey, you still made it through at least 2 hours, if not the full thing, but 2 hours where it was going well. So, hell yeah, exciting. Minecraft movie is, how do I say this, very noticeably bad. Fun. Like, at its most, 3.5 out of 10, and that's just because one of the jokes was pretty good. Oh. If it's that high on the back of one joke, that's yeah, that's a doozy. That's ooh. Things should not... One joke should not raise or lower a movie that much. Did the full thing, slept at an hour at home and luckily have the energy now to crochet. Oh, nice! Lilac flower blanket, that sounds super cozy. Okay, I think we actually kind of rescued that? Nope. Mucked it up. Alright, thank you kindly, Sigma. Enjoy the stream, good luck with the Watcher DLC, and if anyone is feeling some Rain World and does not want to watch this utter chaos, go check out Sigma. Y'all already know him, he's a cool guy. Actually, most of the score is just because we were reciting the memes from the trailers. Gotcha. Called Chicken Jockey. It's just Chicken Jockey that everyone stops caring. Woof. The movie doesn't take itself seriously, huh? Whoa. Ooh, my spine. Okay. Bam, bam, bam. Okay. We've got this. I believe. My spin? Yes, of course, my spin. The inky spine that I have created because I need to simulate back popping. Spanish versions of the trailer memes did not have that same oomph. I see. Spink? Ooh. Just saying that makes me feel like I am being insulting to some category of people. That just sounds like some sort of very rude thing to say to someone. Okay. Whoo! Got a little bit of a... not quite a haircut, but a hair burn, I guess? No, no! See, I'm being too gentle with the jump button, and it's taking me longer there. I gotta go for broke, gotta go all in. Wasn't there was at least like one skater that I've heard tale of who was trying to pull off some sort of massive move on some stairs, and wasn't getting it, and then finally decided to go actually all in and broke both ankles, but pulled off the move before he had to leave the country. So, I don't know. Will the controller go out in a blaze of glory so then I panic, trying to figure out how I can play the next episode of Nier in a timely fashion? Mayhap. But, we'll figure it out. Okay. Boop. No! Why do ink blobs like the Titanic? Whoever said that we like the Titanic? Can you guess what three-letter word has no vowels, Y included? Huh. 'Cause it's synced. Wow. Wow. That was bad, Robert. Whoop. Yes, inked. Yeah, no, I needs a real think. See, I'm so worried, Essie, that somewhere in there is that you're using the word and I'm just not clocking it. I mean, none of those were only 3 letters, but it was supposed to be bad. Oh, I'm aware. Still. Woof. Ew. 3-letter word, no vowels. Barbecue? Is that a word, though? Because, like, that's very much a texting thing, yeah? Because it's actually spelled B-A-R-B-E-C-U-E? Barbecue? Yeah. Like, there is a fully spelled out. I don't know if dictionaries recognize BBQ as barbecue. But at least, at the very least, that's not like, even if that's an abbreviation, it's not an acronym. Yeah, it's not. So it's not a contraction. It's almost like most words have vowels in them. I'm trying to think, like, is there something clever about, like, no vowel consonant? But I'm not having anything come to mind. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Yeah, no. So happy that you have a nice fried rice place in your town? I'm assuming that's a non sequitur, but I really hope that was why you were getting Essie's attention. Like, hey Essie, I'm really glad that I've got this fried rice place, and it's really good. But yeah, and that's, I assume English word? Question mark? Since you are asking me and did not specify, but I suppose it could be. Oh, no. Yeah. Yeah, but, you know, online handles sometimes get to be lovely and goofy. I was uncreative and went with Johan Plays Things, but, like, you can do whatever. You can be called however. One day I spammed... Oh, yeah. Gotcha. So, Terraria character. Can't believe we're finally starting Chapter 9 today. That's the hope. That's really the hope. Someone called you Essie and went with it. Fair enough. Oh, your name is still more creative. You've got, like, it's my alibi. Oh, no, this is going to go poorly. Oh, okay. No, that actually went fantastically. How dare I doubt me? Okay. Boop. No! Damn! 9 tomorrow. Well, I'm not able to stream tomorrow, unfortunately. Surely, for Shawberry. Times I've been called cheesy and beep in stories. I hate being called Alice, though. Cheesy? Cheesy and beep. I honestly... Those are also just both great names. Cheesy beep. That sounds like some sort of, like, cheese-based snack product. Hey, wanna get a bag of cheesy beepies? I kinda love that. If that doesn't already exist, perhaps I need to go into the snack market. Well, Cheez-Its, but that's not a cheese beep. Would you rather have a Cheez-It or a cheese beep? I know which I would prefer. iOS 11 made a YouTube channel called Cheesy Game Kanaal. Ah! Means channel in Dutch. Makes sense. I was thinking like, a canal, but, for like water to pass through, but I suppose that can also be called a channel in some forms, so. Cheesy reminds me of someone else, though. Sigma Stream. Wait a moment. If stream went well, that implies it's already over. Oh. Yeah. Not the depressed jump button. No. There we go. There we go. If I get to the end chunk and I'm like ready to pull off a hyper, but the button's sticking, I may actually cry. I may just go, nope, we done. Not today. But we'll see. Oh, goodness gracious. Is nth? Oh! Oh, that's fair, because, like, to the nth degree, that is a word. Fascinating. I would not have thought of that, but I can see that being, I can see how that would be an actual word, and certainly doesn't have any vowels, because it rides off the back of N being pronounced, which we pronounce it like it has an E at the front. No, I like that. Boop. I like that to the nth degree. Firstedly. And secondth. Oh, button. Why are you being so button again? Okay. Bump, 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 bump. Ooh, oh god, that was too smooth. Ina, salesman? That's enough. Thanks, Google. What, for figuring out nth, or what? Why thank the lords of Google? I thought I read it. My brain has not processed a lot of stuff because I'm kind of panicking about the jump button, being perfectly honest. Words without vowels or Y. 1. Yep, fantastic, amazing. So sad, blue Ina. But that's, wow. That's a pop off, Google. Pop off. So, at the very least, some things will not be taken by the lords of tech yet. Okay. That's going well. Boop, boop, boop. Other thing I can try, I should look and see if I can, like, crack open the controller and get stuff reset a bit. Oh, Tisk! True! That's somewhat onomatopoetic, but... yeah, I think that should work. Hmm? Yeah, like, I think the trouble, both of those are sounds, right? They are, like, tisk is representing, like, a, clicking of the tongue, usually, or it's tisking and tutting, right? So it's trying to describe a sound. Yes. But yeah, again, another onomatopoeia. Why can I not say things? Cruth? I'm guessing, is that not Welsh? First result from a dictionary site. Ooh. CWM, the vowelless standout, not even a Y, is pronounced refers to a deep, steep-walled basin or a mountain usually forming the blunt end of a valley. It may only have 3 letters, but will earn you at least 10 points. Those very much seem... I'm going to guess that those are Welsh, right? Because Welsh is the only language that I can think of that's using W as a vowel, right? Sh in the Scrabble game. I think typically sh probably would not be accepted in a Scrabble game because I don't think that tends to show up in dictionaries. Borrowed from Welsh, yep. I am unsurprised. But yeah, like a lot of the ones, the tisk, pft, and such, and sh, those are all... Though I think you would struggle to actually get those counted as words in most groups because they aren't there to be a standalone word. Because like the action of shh, do that is to shush. That is a word. But sh is the sound rather than a proper word. It is a articulation that you make vocally, but is not it's funny because in many ways it is, you know, define a word, right? It is a sound that carries defined meaning. But asking the whale guy that the one that seeks deep? Huh? How many single letter words does the English language have? I know Spanish has 2. Well, you can have a thing, a, or I am something, I. I think those are the only 2 proper single letter words in English. You could maybe argue that like O, but that's very, very infrequently used as like a very like staccato sound of surprise. But oh, you shared the crochet pattern in the art channel. Nice. Oh, true. K as well is like, oh, okay. But I feel like that's also interesting because then you're kind of getting into the spoken versus written divide. Because there's very few folks that will actually say like just K. It will still usually have a lead-in sound like okay or okay. As A-E-O. But yeah, we will absolutely check out. We've got a couple things in the Discord channel. We'll look at those soonish. An excuse for coming in, or from coming in early by 30 minutes. Nice! O and U and E and A. Well, yeah, so I know that O is or and E is and. I don't know the U and A, what those do. Boop. I applaud you. Applauds. Oh, true. Yes, with the accent being technically different. Z. Z. Bump. 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 How did I? How did Z? No, O and U both mean or. Oh! Oh, interesting. I have not come across those. I have not come across the other versions, but that's good to know. Oh, playing Undertale? I see. Dun dun dun. Bam. Now, if a word starts with O, you use U instead. Oh, and a word starts with I, you use E instead, so that you're not basically making... No, that makes a lot of sense. I had not come across that, but that's actually very handy. You have significantly advanced my Spanish education. Thank you. I had a meeting this morning where I was talking to my university about a particular scholarship opportunity for doing like study abroad stuff. Which, even though it's been a while since I have graduated, they're still willing to sponsor it because it has to be through an institution. And as a result, I've got some interesting new things to chew on for some potential stuff, because I'm looking at trying to get my Master of Library and Information Science And I think that would be very neat to do abroad because, again, being inspecific about where I'm at, even just in general, libraries tend to be very slow to adopt technology. And I think getting some, hey, look, other country does X would be quite good. And as part of that, I may be trying to, apparently there's some very interesting options as part of that for getting some language education. So excited for that, especially because it sounds like a very critically underapplied area is the Middle East, which has some interesting programs. So I maybe actually like really seriously trying to learn Arabic, which would be cool. Channel points are nibs, yes. No. Killed a Mega Flowey? Hey. But yes, sure, I would love to know something funny. When it uses DeepSeek, you literally have to ask it, please search the web, or otherwise it just won't, even if you have the option checked. Oh, fascinating. Boop. Focus on. Focus on. Or who's taking part pens that fast? What do you think Johan's little helper is doing all day? Hey, welcome in, T-West. I will read that in a moment. Because surely, no. Surely this is the run. Okay, it's funny how easy it is to bypass some stupid filters which filter words like the randomly for some reason. Just take the word, add a letter, or just swap two letters around, like if the word is fish got censored, which I've experienced before. Just say fresh or fish, and humans will get it still. Yep, well the robot's taught to think everything is bad until proven not will think, huh, not a word so it must be fine. Yerp. Yeah, filters are goofy. I think I also felt some actual emotion watching anime today, because they basically deleted the memories of one of the characters. I know that anime is crazy enough to leave them like that. Thankfully they do recover the memories, but actually had impact. Crazy. Alright. He wants to play Repo too, just have to find a time we all three. Yeah! I will try and reach out about that. I am holding off on it because I'm hoping my retail store will actually have the schedule posted for the upcoming week, which would make that easier, but I genuinely don't know. Oh, that's super cute! Flowers! Flowers! In real life looks more like lilac. It's even so, like, it looks flowery to me, which is so nice. Hey, welcome in, Cynthia. How's it going? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Alright. You won't spoil yourself? Hmm? Oh, Scunthorpe and Peniston, yep, are great examples of how filtering will never work out well. Oh, gotcha, if you play Repo. I see. But yeah, no, that's... The goofy thing about language is just, yeah, there's never really a good way to manage it. Boop. I think I need to intentionally wait longer there, because that's a trouble that we're running into, is our, what is the words? We keep running into the issue of the sandwich phase being out of where we want it to be. Today, I brained, honestly, mood corker. I'm here trying to, like, play Celeste with a controller that's being goofy. I'm trying to shove enough pasta in my face before my work shift after streaming that I won't starve. And then just have to survive customer service for 6 hours and hopefully not go insane. Game with talking skeletons. There's no way they could get literal nightmares into it like how people say that's in it. Me in the first 5 minutes playing Undertale? Mm-hmm. Have faith in me. OMG, I will slay. I believe. Not so calm and not so collected? Yeah, you will all perish. So go play the game so you can tell Tim the guys that do the things? Strat is, you can't go insane if you're insane at the start. Also fair. This is fair. The thinky. But yeah, hopefully we can use a lack of brain to not overthink our Celeste jumps and then absolutely crush it, right? Oh, you know, I realized an issue with what I was saying earlier. Our problem is that we're letting that go too far up, I think. This is better starting height, but then I do that. The Zinc King. Here are some words without vowels, including the letter Y. Hruth, a well-stringed instrument. Whom, a Welsh term for a steep-walled mountain basin. Nth refers to an indefinite item in a series. Tisks, the longest lexical word without vowels, plural of tisk, for onomatopoeia for shivering. Pft, interjections expressing abrupt endings or of annoyance. Pst, a sound to attract attention. Sh, a hushing sound. So it sounds like you've got nth, which is not an onomatopoeia, and then you've got either onomatopoeias or Welsh words. So I do like nth, I think, as my favorite answer to that, but technically. Or barbecue, true. But again, like, that's abbreviation, right? So, like, then we can go with, we could do, texting stuff, so, like, I guess, like, talk to you later is that's an acronym, but there are some non-voweled texting, abbreviations that aren't acronyms, right? Or am I going crazy? Gotta log away and pst for that one password minigame in Trivia Murder Party? Oh, that's evil. Yeah, let me know. But again, that's standing for that's standing for 3 separate words, right? What would be... Are there? Now I need to think about that more. Now drinking tea that tastes and smells like candy. That sounds mostly pleasant. There's VC. There's voice chat in Portuguese. Crazy. Short for voce. Ah, okay. Oh, is that, I know there's... Spanish has a form for, like, vosotros, which is often abbreviated. My go-to for that one is onyx, but you can't reuse words too often against the same people. Yep. What? They learn your patterns? No. Okay. Vosso merce. Huh, okay. Okay. Boop. My friends wouldn't learn. No thoughts, head empty. No! Pain! I'm sounding like the tea kettle. What learn? Sorry, I forgot. Okay. 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 Okay, alright. I'm trying to remember what the password game. What are the stipulations for that? Is it literally you come up with a word and then people get to guess it and it like locks in matching ones, or boom boom? And is there like a character limit? Or it's been a while since I've done Trivia Murder Party. That's not the hyper area, so irrelevant. Dismissed from court for immaterial evidence. Because we were not to that part. 4-letter word. People have limited time but unlimited guesses, and when you get a letter, it reveals it. Okay. Yeah, so Onyx is quite strong for that. Yeah, I'll need to think on that one more. If there's any, like, very good obscure ones. I feel like trying to find the ideal word, a good way to reverse engineer that would be to look at a what's it called, like a Huffman encoding tree, or for like what are the least frequently used letters in the English language, and then try to figure out a word that maximizes their, or has the highest density of those, so that they're presumably the least likely to be guessed. But then I'm guessing you also need to start factoring in, like, people will sometimes tend to guess more uncommon things that are, like, cooler and have that neat factor, like X or Z. Okay, bam, bam. We've got this. Bam, bam. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. Come on. No, too soon! Too soon! The Riddler, if he was part of the internet in 2017. The riddle with the leet speak. You want to avoid obvious choices and minimize letters that coincide with things people guess. Yeah. Imagine you just got stuck inside a pretty much unbreakable domain. A lawyer stands in front of you, ready to sue you, so he gains almost unstoppable power in the form of a sword made of light. And what stands behind him is a demon-like creature with a horrifying face. And yet, its name is pretty much along the lines of Judge Guy. I would laugh my ever-loving pot off. It's about his personal space. What if he doesn't want my Undertale in his face? Is there anyone who doesn't? Do I mind having your Undertale in my face? I mean, have I given the impression that I'm particularly adverse to people talking about other things? I'm frequently not talking about what I'm doing, so like, who am I to judge? In the whole monitor for myself? Yeah, gotta take up the whole monitor. Hold up. We'll take up the full real estate. You're welcome to use it until I'm using it, right? So hold up. There we go. Boop boop boop. Alright. So now that things are appropriately portioned so that everyone understands who is the real streamer here, we can continue onwards. So I'm the same size. Nordhan, yeah. You know, just reminding Carsey who's boss. Trying to figure out the best message to send, but don't know what to do? Have you tried consulting ChatGPT? I hear it really helps come up with strong original content. I think the real streamer is on the left. Oi! Yo, huge! Put your Undertale away? No. See, you still got space. So, like, you know, I'm taking up an appropriate amount of space for the importance, and that still leaves you a little space to talk about Undertale. You're not going to use Steel GPT? Well, then what about Iron GPT? Here, it's really good for making sure you don't get too many wrinkles in your clothes. I am going to, like, actively be very sad if we get it now while we have Lorchan. Oh god. If... Okay. We're going to undo Lorchan, but that was a PB with Lorchan. Wait. Oh no. How do I shrink? There we go. Okay. Alright. Flint GPT and Steel GPT. Normal Han, a mini mushroom. Oh no, another case of mistaken identity. It would be really funny though. No, that would be really hilarious to have that. To have Lorchan lock that. But, I don't know, maybe we're learning that Lorchan also provides a certain amount of power. Oh, god, we got the first hyper and then I panicked and didn't do the second. Who are you, Doug's chat? Fair. We should come up with like a little chat mascot. Oop. I will offer you 2 nibs for Lorchan. I give you 2 nibs. In exchange, you give me Lorchan. More large, more power. It just makes sense. True. But again, like, I think the overall power is, like, finite. So, you know, gotta be careful about burning through too much. My pot is uncomfy small? Incorrect. It is lovely and cozy. Okay, legitimately, reading Harry Potter as a kid, I did not understand why it was a problem that he was in a broom closet, because it was talking about, like, how cramped it was. I'm like, so you mean all of my possessions can be in reach, and I don't have to worry about something being where I can't see it, because I take up the entire space and thus cannot be surprised? Like, what's the issue here? It took me a while to understand that, oh yeah, no, that's a form of parental abuse, not just allowing him to be deeply cozy. Offer you 2.5 piles of fish to see how small Johan can become. Now that is a very tempting offer. Fish? I will always spring for fish. Gonna have leave to listen to more one night for some amount of time. Beat the levels while I'm gone. I repeat, beat the level while I'm gone. If you don't, then no bow shall be tilted. I will try. But here. Okay. Small Han. Small Han is off screen, but there we go. Small Han is back on screen. You should hopefully be able to just barely see me. Okay. Bump, bump, bump. But won't that mean that I have... Doesn't this mean that I have less power? Or, alternately, maybe this is more efficient power usage. Maybe we're concentrating the power into Small Han. In the bottom right, I'm still here. I haven't left. You have object permanence. The smaller you are, the stronger you are. Well, I do have the operating theory that the smaller a person is, like, the more strongly they feel emotions and such, because it's the same amount of emotion packed into a smaller space. Because, like, the shortest people I know are the most angry. Bro and ants. That's why ants are so strong. True. True. We've got this. Small Han for the win. Small Han. The Ballad of Small Han Baggins. Ask it for good words for Murder Party and explain the password game. Great. AI. If I had a partner, I'd crochet them flowers. That's sweet. Consider, though, if you crochet them flowers ahead of time, perhaps that's how you snare a partner. Especially, like, I don't know, but crochet looks like you could absolutely make some sort of net or snare out of it. So, like, you make a really, really cute looking snare with, like, a flower in the middle. So then someone's like, oh, this is so pretty. Can I, like, take a closer look at the pattern? And they grab it, and then you've got them. They're all tied up. And then, I don't know, isn't hand fasting typically you, like, tie your hands together and then you're married for, like, a year and a day? So now that you've got their hand tied, you just tie your hand alongside it, and bada bing, bada boom, partner acquired. Surely there are zero ethical issues or considerations with this, certainly. Because, you know, and it's temporary, right? Hand fasting's for a year and a day, so, like, you know, afterwards, it's just like one of those services that forces you to sign up for a free trial with your credit card, and then, you know, afterwards, you fully got the option to unsubscribe, so, you know, it's still giving them a chance. What if you crochet? All the chickens start with an egg emoji and later add caterpillars for feeding? Bro, I once had a colleague who I went out with on a date, and he gave me red roses and was all pretty. Afterwards, it turned out he never saw it as a date. I hate that I'm that kind of guy, because, like, I'm gonna be real. That is the type of thing that I would still, like, do for my friends. It's like, I don't know. I love my friends, and they deserve nice things. So I could see, like, if there was someone that I thought was, like, really nice and I wanted to be friends at them more, I could see that. It's like, oh, wait. The social contract said that this was more than just friendship. Ah, I see. Uh-oh. Additional considerations. Entropy security. While the password above is complex and short... Oh, is this... Oh, it's... You mean the actual password game. I was thinking the Trivia Party one, not the one that Neil Fun made. Why do roses have to be so red? Can't we go get a blue rose once in a while? There are different colors of roses, yes? And I suppose you could dye them. Roses are rose, violets are violet. This poem doesn't make any sense. That is very fair. Bop, bop. No! Okay. No! No! And it never will, hence. True, true. At least in Baba Is You it makes sense, because, you know, you can change it around, so... It's not as restrictive, but... Rose is red, violet is blue, flag is win, Baba Is You. There we go. Bump, 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 ba-dum, bump, 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 bump. Bump, 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 bump. Ah, it's the bumpers that are getting me right now, man. Pain. Woohoo! That allowed the sandwich to get dangerously low. Yeah. Okay. So we want to do that bit faster. And that just a skosh slower, I think. Roses are blue, violets are red. Who wrote this poem? It really hurts my head. Fair enough. Geraniums are insanium. There we go. Poetry for the ages. Clap, clap, I expect applause. Shower me with money and fame and fortune. I will be publishing my work. It will be exactly 1 page. Or sorry, the work itself will be 1 page, but we will have 3 pages for the acknowledgements, plus an additional 40 for my manifesto. And yeah. Avoid vowel-heavy words. Only 5 4-letter words in the dataset lack vowels. Burr, cooms, pst, tsks. However, these are risky due to their unusual structure and potential to draw suspicion. The potential to draw suspicion is fantastic. Oh no. Are you sure? You said psst, and now I'm wondering what happened to the body that you buried on the 2nd of February 1988. Want to tell us, Steve? Okay. We've got this on lock. Expo Impi Ovum Umbo. The only one there I know, well, Expo and, I guess Expo and Ovum both, but what's an Umbo? Yeah. I'm wondering if that has something to do, like, an umbolith is a, like, the lint that you get, in your belly button, because of, like, well, no, right, because lith is stone, so then Umbo, that may have something to do with, like, shadows, like, similar to Umbra, or maybe it has something to do with, like, a center. Would be my guesses. I guess I don't know the actual, the etymology of the part of umbilical. Okay. Bam, bam, bam. I did see that poem. I do want to read it. I'm just realizing I need to actually, like, read it. And that requires taking my... I dashed. There once was a man, his name was Ted. I got tired of the story. The end. Wow. His name wasn't Tend? Okay. Okay, come on. Come on. We've had some close calls, right? We've had a new PB. We've gotten close-ish, even with all of these controller issues. Like, we've gotten close a few times. I believe. I believe in us. I believe in the me that believes in me. So, haiku is interesting because it doesn't... It's a poetry form that has been... We've tried to adapt to other languages, but, like, it makes the most sense in Japanese, or at least a language that I'm focusing. No! Right, so it could be 353 or 575 syllables, because Japanese, the language is based around a syllabary, so it's based on syllables, whereas, you know, English and a lot of European languages are based on an alphabet, and syllables are not, I guess, as crucial. So it's something that's a little tougher to make it work well, in non-Japanese languages, I think. Still neat though. Still a fun little restriction, but pretty different. Thusly why haikus are difficult to write. Yep. Too much math for your head. It's mostly just counting. Boop, boop. Okay, that was just barely skimming over it, but we're gonna make this work. So yeah, so like here we've got a little bit of time buyback, but bro thinks I can count. I believe in you, because you know what? You count as a person. You matter. Trivia Murder Party 2 cheat sheet. Incomplete, but better than nothing. This is basically an incomplete set of answers for Redacted's hundreds of trivia questions to his victims, both regular, final round, and secret endings. That was one of its sources. Roses are red, poems don't have to rhyme, some people don't know this, and it happens all the time. Waha. There's a, there's a particular, poem format that I believe is, common in Arabic poetry called a ghazal? Ghazal, I believe? That, I had a friend who was learning about, and it's very neat, but unfortunately, I forget the exact form of it, but it involves a lot of rhyming repetition, which I thought was cool. I know we haven't but we have a PB now. We have gotten the first hyper down, so we just need to get there and do 2 hypers in a row. Surely we'll be able to. Wasn't there a poem form that's like fairy or something? I don't know. A fairy poem. Banned to the Shadow Realm, I guess. Letter C is just the letter U that fell on its side. Is it the true Humpty Dumpty? Reporting stream for abusive behavior. Fair enough. Understood. Roger, roger. I do actually... Vague concern. So I mentioned that I was doing the first run through, or the third run through of Nier. I was doing the first chunk of that last night, and talking about like concerns about the media, and like I guess reports. I don't think it's actually that big of a concern, but I was kind of like a what the hell moment when we're seeing some of the folks in new battle armor that I'm looking at and going, that seems like a very familiar helmet shape. I'm pretty sure that's I looked up, I'm like, yeah, that looks very similar to the Stahlhelm, the World War II German helmet, which I suspect is trying to say something about the folks that were wearing it. But I was just like, oh dear. Call a microwave a magnetron in Dutch? I'm unsurprised by that, because, like, in English, the microwave is using a magnetron to cook things. We just call the appliance a microwave rather than calling it by its component part. But, like, that would still work, I think. Melons are sweet, lemons are sour. We are going to be here for another 3 hours. Oi. Why don't we call it that in English? Because I guess we want a separate word for the appliance, because we just aren't that cool. But a microwave is using microwaves to cook the food, right? But how do the microwaves get generated? A magnetron. Drink our drink, it tastes good. The average Red Bull ad, literally the sickest thing you've ever seen. Does anyone remember the Red Bull gives you wings with Felix Baumgartner getting him to be the human to move at the fastest speed without the aid of, or basically the fastest that a human has gone without a direct motorized aid? Because that was sick. Basically putting him up in a capsule operated by balloon. No! Operated by balloon, and then having him skydive. That I'm like, you know what? If a corporation is going to do some sort of big stunt to get my money, I want to respect that. I do not drink Red Bull, but I have a much greater fondness for the brand than I do any other energy drink company. Melons are sweet, lemons are sour, cookies are sweet. This isn't a poem. This is just life advice. In any case, it should be the microwaver. That does sound like some sort of, like, Spider-Man villain. I am the microwaver! Mwahaha! I'm the kind of person that you meet once at an office party and feel socially obligated to say hello to. But when you wave, I do wave back, but it's just a tiny one. A microwave. So now you aren't quite sure whether or not I actually responded, so you feel like maybe you should shout my name, but that's quite loud and more disruptive. And if I already responded, that would be terrifying. Terrifying? Wait, what? Doofenshmirtz? I don't think I can. I don't... That silence there was me just trying to, like, mentally see how I could attack that, and I'm like, typically speaking, when I try and do an impression, or at least, like, figure it out, I try to mimic a couple of, like, key phrases the first time. But, like, the biggest thing I can think of from Doofenshmirtz is Perry the Platypus. Perry? Perry the Platypus? But, like, it's not quite right. Like, I don't think I can quite manage that. That's about as far as I can do that. I'm trying to think, like, how would I even try and apply that to other stuff? I don't think I've got it. Melon lemon cookies? A very specific trio. Can you, like, stop streaming? I'm gonna be Asriel Dreamer, God of Hyperdeath. Well, hey, consider Carsey. Instead of me stopping streaming, you should stream you beating the God of Hyperdeath and steal my thunder. Prove to the world that you are the true top-tier gamer. Can I do it again? I don't know if I can. Perry? Perry the Platypus? That's, yeah, I don't like it. I don't think it's that good, but there we go. Okay. Such a good poemer. Yes. Boop, 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 boop. Ooh, God. Okay. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. Oh. It really feels like that. That's... I'm mad. I love the sound. It's like I'm getting mad, but for dogs. Ugh. I am Sisyphus, and this is my torment. Both my jobs right now are okay. Like, words. I do think there's a game in there somewhere for like retail type work game, but as like a Sisyphusian analogy. And like both the jobs I'm working right now, I work retail and then a library page where I'm having to try and maintain shelves that people are constantly messing up. For good reason, they're trying to actually access the books. I want them to mess up the shelves. But it still feels Sisyphusian. And now, so too does this game. There is no escape. Words. Johan, 2020, yeah. I do sometimes just say words a lot. No. No. Sisyphusian. That's close. Or oh wait, no. No. Wait a moment. Stifilician? That sounds quite itchy. Balsitic? Wait a moment. Don't know that word? Oh, okay, Sisyphusian is referring to the Greek myth of Sisyphus, who was one of the folks that we got descriptions of being punished, I believe, in Tartarus. So basically he was someone, I think there's stories about like who he was in life, but very basically, I need to focus. Hold up. Focus on. Okay. I keep trying to dash there, but I have no dashes. He is, I think he was meant to be like a king, but his punishment was, yes, as T. Westcat is saying, to push a boulder up a hill, but then every time it would near the top, it would roll back down. Oh, okay, yes, that's I don't think I had heard that particular explanation for it, but yeah, that makes sense. So basically, get closer and closer to pushing up a vertical wall, and you just can't. So, boop. So, yeah, so basically, it's an eternal punishment to repeat the same grueling task over and over and over, never making progress. There we go. Why did I try and hyper there? Never making progress. So often for work that seems tedious and repetitive, Sisyphean is a word that we use for that. Yep, trying to cheat death, which is a useless task to his punishment. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. That makes sense. It's not useless. Now the hill is very smooth from how much the rock rolled on it. Yeah, who up polishing their hill? Oh, that was bad. Mini Han flip. Oh my god, I totally forgot that I was still Mini Han. Oh no, you all have Hold up. Okay, we're back to normal. He's been concentrating his power this entire time. I think it might be a little restrictive. I think, you know, there's been a... Do tiny flip? We can do... Okay, we will do tiny flip in a moment, but I'm returning to normal. I gotta stretch my legs, you know? Like, as cozy as the pot is, we gotta stretch out a little bit. Big flip? We can do a big flip. That's a different form of stretching out. So we can... Hold up. We'll go big. We'll go big or go home. Bro, you do pot too often. I know. That's me. Definitely a big potsman, don't you know? Alright. Big Han. Boop. Oh dear god. Just off into space. Bye-bye. Why is it funny? Because bad things happening to cute things is hilarious. Try saying Sisyphean syphilis 5 times fast. Sisyphean syphilis, Sisyphean syphilis, Sisyphean syphilis, Sisyphean syphilis, Sisyphean syphilis. That wasn't the best, but wasn't the worst, especially while actively gaming. Okay. Haha, you said syphilis? I've said syphilis many times. No, the jump button! Concentrate, I will do my best. It would be really funny, never mind, if I got the win there. That it would be, Pug. That would be utterly hilarious. Which is why I'm trying to bank on the universe, and that's probably why it will continue to taunt me, but that's why I'm like, hey, don't you want to make this goofy for me, universe? So that I don't actually have a proper record of this? My PB was blocked by it. Big Han flip just looks like you getting pulled into the void for half a second. It's like, okay. Oh, sweet, someone donated money to me. I'm gonna go run off with it. Bye! No! Like Big Han or Tiny Han flip more? They're both very good. This is fair. Also, other than Sisyphus, very good... I don't... Like, Sisyphean is a word that you'll hear in some context, right, to, like, describe stuff. Other guy that I do very much like the legend of, or at least the punishment of, that I don't think has been, adjective, really, but Tantalus, who, believe was just basically very greedy in life, so his... Oh no! So his punishment, is to be standing in a pool of water, with, like, gorgeous fruit branches, or branches of a fruit tree, there we go, laden with gorgeous fruit above him, and he's afflicted with great hunger and thirst, but whenever he tries to, bend down to drink the water, it retreats from him, and same thing when he tries to reach up for a fruit, the boughs will move away. I like the punishment of this guy, Han. Yes. Tantalizing. Oh my god, wait, is that actually Is that the root of it? I had never thought about that. Because I was thinking that like, those are associated in my head, but I had assumed that Tantalus was basically a clever pun name based off some already existent, Greek word. Ooh! We have an actual, we've got another, wait, unlikely layoff piece PK2VD, but we've got an actual, we've got a little salesperson in here. All right. It's been so long since I've gotten to do a stab. Ban unlikely lay off. All right. Bye-bye. Unfortunately, didn't have a super cool fancy URL. Where are the Jorlum shops of yesterday? Now we just have the Bitly of tomorrow. I remember when times were good and the shops were Jorlumed. Bro has been sloon. Yas. We, like, absolutely slayed that scammer. Where are the Jorlum Schultz from yesterday? The Jorlum shops. JORLEM.shop. Talk about a classic URL. Unlikely layoff sounds pretty likely with this strategy. Damn, sick burn. Up. But yes, I truly pine for the Jorlum shops. Back when times were good. Can you ask Inkon if he wants to go on a date with you? I suppose. Unfortunately, Inkon himself tends to actually be fairly non-talkative. But does emote and telepathize. I know that he's been talking in the lore, but in fairness, you've only got one narrator there. Is Inkon actually talking? Who knows? Oh, true, thank you. Normal size should be done. I appreciate. Nonverbal is alright, we can make it work. Alright. Wait, so hold up, let me consult the Han. So, Inkon, do you wish to go on a date? Wait, hold up. Brain. Oh, no, wait. Oh, this is awkward. Uh-oh. I was going to try and, have it be a nod back at... This should be fascinating. I'm very curious what would happen with the flip here. Amazing. So, sure, let's, you know, let's see if freeing my mind from my body will, little guy, big personality. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this will help things out. Johann Prime Soul, I guess. Whoop. That soul, it's prime real estate. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see how separating my mind and body more explicitly helps my power. Bam, bam. It's the Han. The Han of legend. No. You wouldn't think it that's an Ultra Kill reference. Oh? Johann Prime Soul? I don't... Yohul? Sure, okay. Like, Johann Ghoul? My brain did try and pronounce that as Yo-hole at first, which... I don't want the Yo-hole. You'd cry if you had to play this game. I think someone would have to pay me to do it. Well, hey, technically speaking, I've been paid, what, like 3-4 cents so far today to do it? So thank you. You know, it's really helping me remember that I'm doing it for the money in the first place. Yo-hole. Yeah. I guess... Oh, okay, but hear me out. Hear me out. What if Orb Han became, like, Donut Han? and then there's a smaller orb Han that's the yo hole, because it's the no. Oh dear God. Oh no. And yet, I feel like that can't be bannable, because didn't one of the dictionaries make that, like, suffix the word of the year? Like, it wasn't, was it Cambridge? Or Merriam-Webster? I'm so confident that there was a dictionary that chose Ussie as the word of the year. I'm like, that's upsetting, but fair enough. Oh, no clue what a baba is. This is very sad, but hold up. Ussie word of the year. American Dialect Society's word of the year for 2022. So I guess it's just an American thing, but like, I feel like that sounds like some sort of respectable society. Perhaps less respectable from that choice, but I feel like limiting that would be somehow demeaning the intelligence of this chat. I have come to the conclusion that I like Tiny Han Flip best. Gotcha. Well, that's the beauty. Here we have Tiny Han and Normal Han. My intelligence is very high. Exactly. Truly a Veranu of intelligence, really. Calzone sliced in half on a plate. A calzone would be called it. No. No Tiny Han and Normal Han soul. I like to imagine Small Han is actually just really far away from the screen and Soul Han is just normal distance. Yeah, I just sort of walked away. It's like, hey guys, so, yeah. Literally from Wikipedia. Goodness. Like, okay, I can on some level understand. I always got upset when, teachers would say like, oh, you know, don't use Wikipedia as like a source for a research paper. But yeah, with stuff like that I can maybe understand, but it's still, I think, a very good thing for at least finding sources. Smashing your head, why? No! But why? You really like well-designed puzzles, and smashing your head against a brick wall as a one... Oh, yes! No, that's, yeah. That's puzzle games, Ollie. You have to enjoy the cranial trauma that you will endure. A Thrussie? No. Okay, but hear me out. Can we call a thrush bird a thrushy? That's not even that inappropriate. That's just, oh, look at a little thrushy. Yeah. I like thrushes. I like birds. They're neat. Yo hustle. I'm trying to get my yo hustle on. No. Okay. Bam, 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 bum, bum, ba-da-dum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. Ends off with the hole in the center of this donut could be called a donutassi, of course. I mean, you can call anything anything. That's the beauty of language, and also the terror of language. You just need to be able to say something and have someone else understand it. You can call a straw a dinglebop if you want to. You probably won't be understood by a lot of folks, but hey, maybe I'll remember and go, oh, yeah, no, I actually am a very big fan of, plastic dinglebops. Oh, hey, welcome in, Lily UIM. We are indeed Celesting. We're trying our best. We've been at this for a while, and our controller is having issues, but I also just have skill issues. We want to make it work, though. Alrighty. Let's focus up. People always join the best conversations, right? It just summons folks, right? See, I've come in at an interesting time. Yes, indeed. We were, I think this all spun out from, talking, we were trying out different sizes of the Johann ink blob to see if we could enhance or, otherwise concentrate the power, and then some offhand comment, and here we are. Average Johan stream. I feel like this bit isn't necessarily average, but some sort of strange conversation does usually arise. You miss Tiny Han? You miss Tiny Han already? Perhaps, okay, maybe small... Pain. Maybe small Han and large Han need to be rewards as well. I remember when he was just a little blob. Yeah. But yes, so we are, for a little bit of context, Lily, we are, still doing our sort of, like, first overall... This is still my, like... I'm not going back and replaying levels. This is my first, interaction with Celeste. We've been on this interaction for 200 hours, give or take. And are trying very hard to beat 8C so that we can finally do farewell. And they all do flips. Well, yes, the flip should work for all of them. So we've been doing this. 7C took us what, like 14 hours? So we're still showing improvement. We've gotten so close. We've done one of the hypers successfully on one run, but we're still struggling to get to the point consistently where we can be doing the hypers and then hopefully get 2 hypers in a row. Didn't wait long enough. Johan Soul, Yo-hole. Oh yes, that's right. It was the Yo-hole. Oh, that was an ultra, yes? When I mess up, I assume it is. I simply need to wait faster, I guess. Stall on that block for longer. I know, but it's scary. It runs away. It was not an ultra. I know that there is some sort of... I thought it was something about when you're going way too fast off the side. Ultras are funny? Okay. So, what is it called when I am just downright smashing into, the bottom of the lava sandwich way faster than I should be? It is. Ultras will be gaining that amount of speed without a moving platform. Oh, gotcha. So that's just a disappointing hyper. Boop. No! Block boosted ultra? Technically an ultra is just a down diagonal dash. Oh. Called dashing down right really fast. Okay, fair enough. It seems faster than a normal dash, but I believe. Make you go faster than the camera can move. Ooh. Gotcha. Gotcha. I see. I see now. Well. Oh, so you're chaining... Oh, that sounds utterly miserable. No. No, 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 no. Okay. That was spooky. Okay. Bam. Bam. Okay. We've got... No! When I get the wrong angle, I try and dash too soon there, and I don't recover myself. An ultra is diagonal dash with a horizontal component greater than the normal horizontal speed of a regular dash, followed by a jump which gives a 1.2 times multiplier on horizontal speed. Woof. Oh, yes, though. But okay. So, something I am always off from doing accidentally. Which seems good. Because I don't think I want to do one accidentally. RTA people refer to Ultra as either the dash itself or the Ultra boost. Okay. What's wait, RTA? Bum 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 ba-dum bum. That a Dorito? Hell yeah. For energy, for luck. Not always useful to refer to the dash, and generally speaking it should be used to refer to the Ultra boost, not the dash itself. Real-time attempt? Oh, gotcha. So speedrunning stuff. I gotcha. Or maybe not even. Not tool assisted. Okay. You bet Doritos taste better in America. How come? Real-time attack. Oh. That sounds even more cool. No! Why? Why did I do that? Not necessarily speedrunning, like how TAS is not necessarily. But wait, isn't it? I thought the S in tool assisted. I thought it was tool assisted speedrun. In the Netherlands, much stuff has less sugar and salt added. Ah, I see. So, America has the fancier Doritos. The good ones that will kill you faster. Either tool-assisted speedrun, super play, or speedrun. Huh. I'd never come across that. Intriguing, intriguing. What's in the Discord? Ultra Dash. Oh, okay, so this is what an Ultra is. Oh! I see. Okay. Yes. Okay, so we're just dying in lava fancily. Your Lay's chips used to be better and now they taste mid? Oh no! Gotta love the freedom to engage in your vices, I guess, in the US. I'm trying to think. I don't know. It's been a while since I've had a Lay's product. Wonder if they've changed here. Boop. Now that is speed. Yes, chained ultras are like one of the best examples of speed does not necessarily mean difficulty. Up, up, up. Oh, was it Orisk, I think? The who was talking about being from New Hampshire with the motto being live free or die. In the sense that ultras are very flashy for beginners, intermediate players, but are not necessarily hard to execute. Okay. I feel like they may be beyond me, but I heard our bread usually tastes bad to you Americans. Again, such assumptions. Because ours is just bread with no to a little sugar. I make my own bread, and I tend to not include sugar. I include maybe like a pinch to help the yeast, but sugary bread is not great. Well, sorry. Bread that is just high sugar content normally is not great. One of the mods, all of the ultras are something called 4-tile ultras, which are extremely cozy to input. Okay. I mean, I will believe it when I see it, as someone who generally finds platformers uncomfy to input anyway, but cozy relative to other stuff, I will absolutely believe. Wish you were good at making bread? I guess I do have bread making hands, because my hands run very warm, as opposed to pastry making hands, which are cold so that the pastry doesn't melt on you. But like, I don't know, it's not too terribly hard to make bread. Also depends on like how fancy you're trying to get it. Because, when I was at university, I actually made like a very simple, like stovetop pan bread that had no leavening. Just trying to emulate something more like naan and use air bubbles. And I mean, that was literally just flour, water, and maybe a little salt. So basically sad hardtack. Whoop, no! I would also then sometimes add like a little flavoring of, curry powder was actually very good in it, as well as like chicken bouillon, because it then adds some like good MSG so that you're getting more of the umami flavors, and it, I don't know, it was very nice. Would do again. The time you need to input the stuff for ultras is entirely based on the vibes of the level creator. Gotcha. Let's had a very, very white kind of bread and it tasted amazing. It's called sourdough or oh, sourdough. Sourdough is interesting because it's using like very specific yeast starters to try and get certain flavors. So this is a tool assisted of the one we're doing. Yeah, it can dunk on me. Uh-huh. Oh dear God. That's not okay. Also, welcome in! Do 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 do. What the hell? Help! Give me that bread. I mean, so sourdough, yeah, that's, I mean, people did a bunch of sourdough starters, especially like during the pandemic, but like you can do it. You're just trying to capture either like wild yeast and then try and cultivate a particular kind, or you can like buy some sourdough and work from there. It's neat. Goes so fast it goes past the loft itself. Yeah, that's insane. Just do as the tool assisted speedrun does. So true. I'm slacking deeply. People give their sourdough starters names because they live so long. I've heard Jason Derulo. Wow. A reverse HB hop double block boost. Ah, of course. Oh dear. I mostly just, I've got like another, we'll take a look at that because I want to try and I don't have a huge flow right now, but I want to try and maintain it. I've got like another 15 minutes before I need to wrap up for today, and man, I want to make it work. I want this so badly. All right, good night, Ollie. Have some good rest. Thank you for hanging out. Game just decides not to hitbox today. Okay, let's go. Let's go. I did read something about, I forget who it was, but someone getting their hands on a bit of Egyptian pottery that they were fairly certain was used to make bread and still had some dormant yeast living in the, because clay is a very porous material and yeast can stay alive and inactive for a very long time, and basically tried to get some cultivars very similar to the ancient grains that would have been used, trying to replicate ancient Egyptian bread as closely as they could, which I just thought was super neat. There's also been, I was reading about a, it's like a distillery over in, I think like Kentucky in the US, and they, basically there was a historic distillery that was doing a particular type of like apple mash brandy, or bourbon, sorry. And then they had to move because of like some rental stuff, but someone was able to buy the shed that the distillery was in and make sure that the barrels got preserved as part of like a historical site, because for some reason they weren't able to bring it with them, and they were able to get access to these barrels, and were able to get some of the yeast that was still living in there so that they could actually like restart the strain that had made this place famous for a while. Which I love stuff like that. I think that's really neat, being able to bring back, you know, these flavors and styles of doing things from a while ago, and sort of, I don't know, bring that into the modern day. You just realized? Realized what? Okay. No! Yeah, we keep getting bad angle of attack on that, and then ugh. Not good, though. Just enough to make you feel a bit rested. What an odd thing to say. Fair enough. Monster Block is far family from Freddy Fazbear, he says. Is that... again, I don't do a whole lot of, like, Five Nights stuff. I'm not super familiar. Is that what Freddy Fazbear says? Okay. Come on. Come on. Kevin. We love Kevin because Kevin loves us. No! Okay. Come on. Come on. It's a meme, Han? Uh-oh. Me once again not getting the internet? No. 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 Okay. We've got this, we've got this, we've got a new PB. We can make it, otherwise I will be sleepy. Hey, welcome in, quote. We're trying to do our final little push. We got kinda close early on, but we're still struggling. Watch and Toast Spacer passed you by one viewer, so here I am. All right. Hello. Welcome in. Hope it goes well. We are trying so hard. We want this to work, or I want this to work so much. I suppose I don't know about the rest of you, but I assume. So link to second video, which is 2.5 minutes long. I would recommend watching the full thing. Very funny if you see it. Alrighty. Bum 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 ba-dum bum. I will probably take a look at the first one, like right at the end of stream. But I do, as a general policy, try to not watch things that are like more than like 30 seconds on stream, just because I'm a weirdo about copyright and I try not to do like too much other people's content react content. But yeah, we will absolutely check it out, even if it's not on stream. I will take a look and let you know what I think, because I am going to be stuffing even more pasta into my face after this, because I desperately need to eat before Jorb. It's Celeste? Yes. What about Celeste? Who copyrights the Celeste clip? Okay. Okay, we're gonna have, again, a little chat. Copyright is not a thing that people do. It is a thing that is inherent to the production of any sort of content. And even if it is something where it's not a piece of media that you are the originator of, i.e. a game, there is still usually some copyright protection to your commentary and so on and so forth. So, or the, you know, the work you've put into it. So, pretty much everything is copyrighted unless that is specifically released or waived through like a Creative Commons license. Hey, welcome in, Sigma. How's it going? Hope the stream went reasonably well and things got booted up okay. But yeah, it basically copyright is an intrinsic property of creative work. And so, you know, it is something I like to be careful of. Stream was a bit scuffed, so ended early. Ah, sorry it was scuffed, but hey, you did it, and I think that everything has X amount of scuff that is required, right? So you have been working through, you are working through the scuff such that the future streams will not be as scuffed. Game glitched out at one spot and wouldn't let me progress, probably modding compatibility. Ah, no, frustrating. Ah, especially stuff like that where it's like, there's not really any way to know ahead of time. That's sad. I'm sorry. But you did some of it, and hopefully you'll come back stronger than ever next time. It's weird though, I disabled the mods and it still happens. Oh, interesting. Yeah, maybe one of them tweaks some sort of under the hood setting, I guess? Weird. Weird, weird, weird. The best kinds of issues. Ones that have no actual clear root. Bum 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 ba-dum bum ba-da-dum bum 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 ba-da-dum bum bum ba-dum bum ba-da-dum ba-da-dum bum 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 ba-da-dum bum bum ba-dum bum bum ba-da-dum bum bum ba-dum bum bum ba-da-dum bum bum ba-dum bum bum ba-da-dum bum 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 ba-da-dum bum bum ba-dum bum ba-da-dum bum 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 ba-da-dum bum bum ba-dum bum ba-da-dum ba-da-dum bum bum bum. Windows 11's fault? Honestly, valid. Just remembered something hilarious that happened years ago. I was watching a streamer on Twitch while also playing a game with another one, and I posted on the first one's chat something like, just finish me off now, and immediately after went, wrong chat? Oh dear. That, yeah, out of context, that, watch it be Windows 11's fault? I could see that. Windows 11, man. Windows 11. Why can't we just stay on XP? Keep supporting it. Johan, why? Because it's been a while since we've gotten the, been a while since we've gotten to hear the ba-da-dum-bum-bum, ba-dum-bum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum-bum-bum-bum. And it was helping turn my brain off. Consider Linux. Considered. But I also like to have things run without me having to constantly maintain them. That is one of the things where I know that I'm selling my soul and data to Microsoft, but you know what? That one's actually a good convenience fee. but I will still complain endlessly about it, because such is my right as a consumer. Okay. Okay, 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 okay. No, jump button, no. No! I was trying to... Oh, I'm so sad. I'm so sad. The jump button was stuck. No, it was stuck, and I was trying to unstick it, but I couldn't jump up to do it. If it gets stuck, pause the game. Oh god, actually that's true. No, that would have been smart. But even then, it's gonna... Yeah, we can try that. Because then I can potentially depress it to... Okay. Uh-oh. Thank you for the hydrate, by the way. Remember, blue pause buttons? Okay. We've got this. We've got... That was not heartening. Why would I give my keyboard depression? It's not my keyboard. My keyboard, it actually has a lot of trouble being depressed. The down arrow after Jump King and Hollow Knight is having a time. But no, it's the Xbox controller. It's no longer A-okay. I don't have that much more time, but God, I don't want to leave it like that. That sucked. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Because no, that's the thing. It's the shell of an Xbox controller with God knows what Chinese knockoff internals. Which is why it was $20. Switch controllers are... What are you talking about? I've used them so rarely, but how is that even comparable? That's a completely... What? Switch controllers are the little handheld things, right? That's insane. Uno was also recommending that, and I may look at that. My concern with it is just, I specifically went with an Xbox 360 because that is the only controller I've ever been, like, comfortable with. And the shape looks a bit different on that one, but it's comparable, so I may give it a shot. Switch Pro? Oh, okay, so that's not... Gotcha. Then I will look at that when we throw in the towel. We will take a look at what that Switch controller looks like. Just so I can see how wrong I was. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. This is fine, this is fine. Everything's actually fine. Can't believe I've never actually seen one. I don't own a Switch, and the friends I have that own Switches, I have not gotten to see in person very frequently. Since Switches have been out, so... I'm LeBron the James? What? Xbox 360 controller has been this whole thing that I know how to handle. Yeah, I don't know, it's like... It fits my hands very nicely. I like it a lot. I've seen the new Xbox controllers look miserable because there's not as much, like, grip space. I don't know, like, the pad looks too big, right? So, like, there's too big of a surface area that I'm like, but I want my hands to wrap around it, not lie flat. That sounds incredibly painful to me, but maybe that's just me. Okay. 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 We did that bit. We've got this. We've got this. We can do it. If we try. Implying I haven't been trying. And you know what? I will debase myself in such a way. I haven't been trying. So this is when it all comes together. No. Oh no. I still enjoy the streams where we get to sit around, chat, vibe, have a good time. But it does kind of kill me when I'm sitting here and making no progress. Miss the crystal when you grab the very top of the magma block? Yeah. And that's, I need to be lower down so I get the better angle of attack, but also my timing's not great, so I'm trying to build in extra buffer, which is not working out well. But we can do it. We can do it. We've got me. We've got all the eyes from chat. We've got this. We have to. We have to have this. Okay. Okay. The eyes they see. The eyes they lie. The eyes they fly. Okay. There we go. So now, this, no! It feels like once I get over that little bit, that chain, I'm in the clear for getting a chance at the dash crystal. But I asked the Oracle at my local pub. She says you'll finish this chapter in the next 8,000 years. Hey, okay. First off, awesome that you have an Oracle at the local pub. I need me one of those. Secondly, within the next 8,000 years implies that is sometime within. Therefore, I don't have to wait longer than 8,000 years. And it could be tomorrow. It won't be, because this sounds like the beginning to some sort of, you know, tragic mythological story. So, I will surely get too obsessed with this and spend too much time, I don't know, calculating exactly when I'll get it, and thus never actually end up doing it until 8,000 years have passed, thus fulfilling the maximum time upper limit. I think that's how this Greek tragedy would go. Not 100% confident, but yeah, we've got the maximum. So thank you for your oracular visit. I hope you didn't have to give up anything too pricey, like, you know, a firstborn child or anything, but like, I appreciate it. Okay, kind of. Okay. Oh, the button wasn't stuck, but I think I have to call it. Oh, that's killing me. Oh. I pressed them, I didn't do it quite right, apparently. Crap. The cost was that I would be infertile, but little did they know, I'm already infertile. Ayo! The best kind of price when you can pull one over on the eldritch entities or the fae. I'm going to love the end is nigh. I get that feeling. The spike is killing you indeed. True. Okay, so what's the first speed run here? Boop boop boop. Madeline on shrooms? Oh dear. Oh, great. AmFam? Oh, American Family Insurance. There we go. Yes, because I am American and this applies to me. How it works. Commercial 06. Does own the game, so eventually. Yes, indeed. What? Oh, dear God. Oh, stuff like this is insane to me. Like, even if this is something that people are, you know, like, even if it's a tool doing this, someone still had to sit down and figure this out and get that. That's utterly insane. Super impressive. Yeah, Maddie just breaking the collision system. Walls? What walls? Who needs walls? Jesus. Plinkoing around. I only caught, like, a frame of that heart. That's... Is that ink block and the... Alright. Maddie faster than 100 times the speed of light. Dear God. Oh, that's Baba? Oh, okay. I can see him. Baba. Alright. I'm emotionally crushed and devastated, but we had a fun time hanging out, and, you know, that's just kind of standard. So, oh, hey, oh, wait, oh, no, that was, oh, yeah, okay, there we go.
Kitsuke Yume is doing some more Celeste, so let's raid on over there and have some actual good Celeste gameplay. Yes, I will absolutely take a look at that. But yeah, just we'll probably look at it off Scream? Also, I did almost just type /ban rather than /raid, which would be quite embarrassing. Hopefully you can actually make 3D puzzles in it. That would be cool. All right. This has been quite neat. Baba Gaboosh. Would you believe I actually played Pajama Sam when I was younger? Like, unironically, that was a game I enjoyed. Um, as well as Spy Fox. Like, these are games that were actually part of young Meat Han's life. All right. It's been delightful. Thank y'all for bearing with me through the terrible Celeste gameplay, and I hope that Kitsuke Yume is doing great and you get to see some actual good quality because they're actually someone competent at the game. Bubsy? Hell yeah. All right. Thank y'all. It's been lovely, but for now, I must bid you adieu. Be good, be kind to yourselves, do great things, and I will catch ya. Don't know when next exactly, but I will post schedule as soon as I've been handed my work schedule. So, bye. Oh, and thank you for the follow. Oh, the work was fun, but the wages low. Leave her, Johann, leave her. I guess it's time for us to go, and it's time for us to leave her.